Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies. You are not born to suffer. Let the man in your life cherish your feelings and provide for you. This is the topic of today's video, and I'm going to details why this is so important for creating a healthy relationship, but even for creating for you a healthy life, okay? So, women need to feel good to do good. You probably can relate, right? And men, masculine energy men, need to do good, be successful in life to feel good. All right. So, of course, it's just a general rule, but think about yourself. Do you have to be successful and accomplish something to feel good? This is how I was before. Only when I would have the best grades, then I would allow myself to feel good. The best education, the biggest success, all of that. So that used to be my personal, um, motivation. So I was so masculine, but you know, sometimes it's not our fault. We are being taught this way from parents, society. Okay, but being now in my feminine energy, I allow myself to feel good first. And then I automatically do good. Do good in my health. I do good in my career. I do good in relationships. So where are you? Like, reflect on that. Because if you have to do good, be successful to feel good, then it's definitely a masculine trait. And when you enter a romantic relationship, then there are two masculine people who want to do good, to feel good, and then nobody is there. Nobody's in charge of the energy. So you have to have one masculine energy person, one feminine energy person, and the feminine energy person brings the pleasure, brings the feel good, and inspires the man to do good, and the man does good, is successful, and then she can feel good. So it's a perfect combination. And if two people do good, if two people are masculine first, they're in competition. They're going to say who is better, who has better earning, who has a better degree, who has better grades. They're competing because they both want to do good. And you can imagine when two people compete, there's no romance, right? Like, I mean, two people who compete go to dinner, they talk about their accomplishments, and then at the end of the night, they figure out who's the alpha man. And then they go home, feel like, yes, I won. Okay, but there's no romance, no attraction. So that's why it is so important for a woman to feel good first. And that is why I am oftentimes referring to being open to a man providing for you. It is not about using any guys. It is not about digging for something. It is not about all of those things that sometimes people might be afraid of being accused of. It's really not about this, because at the end, you are living in a modern society where you can have a job and provide for yourself. So that's possible. And so, there's no need for wanting any money or anything from the guy. Like, you can be a man yourself. You go to a job, you do good in your job, and then you feel good and you provide for yourself. Okay. But if you're being provided for in a relationship, then guess what? You're going to feel good, and you're going to be in pleasure, and you're going to be able to bring this pleasure to this relationship. I've heard so many times from men the statement that I just don't want to be in a committed relationship. I don't want to marry. I don't want to marry because when I come home, the woman is so stressed and so tired and just yelling around, or just being, in bad mood. And then they just don't even want to come home. So this woman is feeling so bad because she has to take care of children, take care of the job, take care of the household. Like, I mean, this is on the edge of burnout. But imagine the same woman is just allowed to do whatever she wants because she's provided for, she's in pure pleasure. It's so much, for a man, it's so much nicer to hang out with her than too, because she's in good mood, and then he can enjoy her company much better. That's why it is always a win-win. Yeah, men who do good first to feel good, they need this pleasure because they suppress the feelings because they want to go into success. All right. And that is why also so many women, when you just look around on maybe YouTube, TikTok, if you don't know any in your real life, but so many women who feel good, who might be even provided for or not, that they just really feel good, they do whatever they like doing, they are still successful, right? They still have the money, they still have the body, the dream body, the relationship, because one thing doesn't exclude the other. Only because you do what you like doesn't mean that you won't have a good that it doesn't mean that you will not have a good body. It doesn't mean that you will not have money. Yeah. So I also eat all the time what I like eating, and it still results in a fit body. Okay, so that's why you are really having to be aware of where you are. And what I often see in women, if they are trained to be so masculine and to want success, maybe they want to be perfect, they want a marriage to feel good, they want this to feel good, they want all the accomplishments to feel good, they might feel a little bit better, but at the end they won't. And the process is just killing them. They start overeating. Some women even have other addictions like alcohol. They might watch too much Netflix. They might have an addiction to intimacy. There are beyond antidepressants, and all of those, beside of the antidepressants, all of those things like food are okay. It's just, are you using that substance to cope for your pain in your life? Because if you do, then it's a sign for you that it's time to change. It's time to change. And not only for your romantic relationship, which will be very healthy when you're your feminine energy and you feel good, but for your own sake of health, for your own sake of happiness. I developed an autoimmune disease because I was so masculine. I was doing good to allow myself to feel good. I suppressed all my feelings. I got all the good grades and was doing what I was supposed to do, what my teachers, my family told me to do, what I thought was the right way. But then I got the autoimmune disease and I realized, wow, okay, let me go back and let me see what else can I do? And that allowed me to change so many things in my life. And at the end, I'm so thankful because right now I have a life where I so feel good. I enjoy every single process. I enjoy being live here. I enjoy every single coaching call of my clients. Okay. And I feel so good all the time. If I work out the way that makes me feel good, not for any, outcome orientation. And I still do good, right? I still do good. And it's crazy because I have girlfriends and I have people who ask me even, how come you work out in such okay, that's maybe not so nice, but such a low effort way, or you just stretch or move around a little and still look so fit, and you still eat whatever you want and still, look so fit. And that is because my hormones are just that. It's so much about hormones. You have no clue how much I did, how much effort I put before into nutrition and workout, and I still didn't have the body that I wanted, because our hormones aren't made to suffer. And same as with business, same as in relationships. All right. So that's why decide what you want to be. And if you want to be feminine energy, if you want to feel good first, then really let go. Let go of the guilt to receive providing. Let go of the guilt to be taken care of. Because your job in this relationship, if you decide to be the feminine, is to bring the positive energy, the pleasure. And that means you go do the whole day what you want to do. Like if you want to watch TV the whole day, go and do it. If you want to go swimming, go to spas, go for meeting your girlfriends, go do that. This is your job in a healthy relationship, to feel good. All right, that's why let's go of the guilt. And of course, you can still have a job or a business, but make sure it is something that brings you pleasure, because for your own health, you will just see the difference when you're aging, even how radiant you can be. Like, I feel like I personally, every single year of my life, I just look more radiant. I just feel more radiant. Yeah, so it can develop into more positivity. And if a man tells you, yeah, I think that's not fair, why do I have to work so hard and you don't? You can literally tell him, listen up, when I work so hard as you, and I do some job that I don't like. Firstly, I mean, I don't really need your support then anyways. But secondly, you can tell him, you will not want to be around me. I'll be so tired. I'll be so burnt out. I'll be so angry and hungry. If I do the same job as you, that I have to sit 10 hours straight on such desk or do something else, it's just not going to be so fun to hang out with me. And then, what then? Then it's fair, but then we separate because there's no romance and nobody who brings the energy. So I can't stop saying how important things that you can see are too. And that is why I stand 100% behind my offer of being a coach. Because, of course, it's not something you can hold in your hands like an iPhone or food that you buy or clothes. However, it helps you to live a different life. It helps you being more successful in a way that you still can feel good. Yeah, so you feel good and you earn much more money. You don't know how many clients I have that were so struggling and earning, good but average. And then they learned with one-on-one coaching with me after a few months to really feel good, get into the intuition, and then they started earning so much money now. And same with relationships. They were working so hard for that and got so little in return. But now being able to just do whatever feels to you. In those examples for my clients, they just attracted really, really amazing providing men. One of my clients, she doesn't want to come on camera, unfortunately, but she allowed me to talk about her case. She is 68. And through coaching with me, she's told me she got magnetics. It's not about the age or looks. Like, men approach her everywhere. And right now, she's engaged to a multimillionaire, and he's buying a house for $2.5 million US dollars. So it can happen at any age. And don't wait until you're 68. Don't wait until that. I mean, it's fine, But she was suffering her whole life. She had to work hard. And only now she learned to live in pleasure. And that is so much worth. Okay, so it's never too late. But if you have the chance to have a better life right now, then definitely invest in yourself. Okay. Therefore, feel free to DM me because I'm having 2 spots for private coaching free this month. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment what you liked about it, share with somebody that might need it, and subscribe to my channel.